What's the worst instant regret you've ever seen? In high school, there was this kid named Brian, who thought he was the funniest guy in the world. He had a habit of pulling dumb pranks, always pushing the limits just to get a reaction. One day in class, our teacher, Mr. Patterson, was giving a lecture when he pulled out his phone, turned on the loudest fart noise app known to mankind, and let it rip. The whole class lost it. Even Mr. Patterson flinched. Brian sat there smiling, like he just pulled off the greatest joke in history. But instead of getting mad, Mr. Patterson just smiled and said, "Oh, so you think that's funny?" That should have been Brian's cue to stop, but he doubled down. He leaned back in his chair and said, "Yeah, you're not gonna do anything about it." 30 seconds later, Mr. Patterson pulled out his phone, scrolled for a second, and called Brian's mom on speaker in front of the entire class. The room went silent. The phone rang twice. Before a woman's voice answered, "Hello?" Mr. Patterson said, "Hi, Mrs. Adams. I'm calling because Brian thought it would be a good idea to disrupt class with a soundboard. Would you like to hear it?" Brian turned white. He started whispering, "No, no, no. Mr. Patterson, I'm sorry, but it was too late." Mr. Patterson pressed play on the same fart sound, and Brian's mom lost it. "Brian Adams, you did what?" Everyone was dying. Brian looked like he was ready to melt into his chair. His mom went off for a solid minute, yelling about how embarrassing he was, how she was taking his phone the second he got home, and how he was grounded indefinitely. By the time Mr. Patterson hung up, Brian just sat there silent. He didn't say a word for the rest of class. The next day, he came in with an old Nokia brick phone. We never heard another fart noise from him again.